Okay. Well, hey. Every time I open the menu now, I'm always gonna get told that there's an FOB event underway.
Boss, this contract comes from the Mbeli rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother, his number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, I love my brother. You must bring him back to me alive. It also says this about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier. I want to persuade him to rejoin the ranks of the righteous. It sounds a little too forgiving for the man who ordered those kids dead at the mine. I wonder what kind of persuasion the general has in store. With that in mind, here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss.
Do it!
Just do it!
Do it, boss! Come on!
Do the thing that you always do.
Yeah.
The mission is either seize a boy or blow up a tank.
We got some new stuff for Big Boss. I have this rifle that shoots rubber bullets that also has a grenade launcher strapped to it that fires smoke grenades.
Ah, okay.
And a sleepy sniper rifle that's even longer than the previous one. And also this...
Wow, that gun hit a growth spurt.
Yeah.
It is in those awkward teenage years.
Yeah. Our bionic arm has a ton of upgrades on it now. So we heal pretty quickly, we run basically as fast as Big Boss can possibly run. Also, good enough friends with Quiet to drench her in blood with Big Boss now. Not just Venom Snake.
I don't think I'm good enough friends with anyone to do that.
Oh, man.
That's a badass title for a mission, though. Fuck.
Yeah, it's good.
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. He's the rescue target, the second in command of the Mbeli rebel militants. He's the younger brother of the general, but he's only distinguished himself these last few years. Still, to think he got himself captured by a bunch of children. Unless he went with them of his own accord. That's the commander of the child soldier splinter group. He may be a kid, but he got his platoon to revolt, abducted a militant faction's XO, and made off with a cache of weapons and ammo. Those kids are brainwashed with gunpowder from an early age, taught to kill, kill, kill. Real elites. One of your objectives is to capture the commander and bring him to Mother Base.
You know, I didn't really think about it, but maybe I shouldn't have drenched Quiet in blood for the mission where we have to extract some children. It's gonna scare the kids.
You aren't good enough friends to get the Barney the Dinosaur outfit.
Oh
so...
yeah, that's not until like 80% friendship, I think.
Yeah.
So this is also like a lot of the missions in the 20s. Pretty short, pretty easy. Kind of a small mission. We'll still have another take with Vapor Snake though, because we've got some new really stupid gadgets for Vapor Snake to use.
That's good, that's good. I was thinking about something I said last video, or maybe 2 videos ago, about how frustrating it is that, like, the L'Enfant Terrible project is suddenly very important, but very not important at the same time.
Yeah.
And, like, and I think it applies to the point I was making about... Oh, there you go, found him. About how I feel that same frustration about how we don't really follow Skullface much at all and know what's going on with the people we're working against.
Yeah.
Like, it's another thing that from a character standpoint, if we are in Big Boss's head, I get it. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Beto tapie diaka puala. Yo salama swalu. Beta mona impila bambuta, tatekita namboma. Ntangu beta songa boba into yaminduki.
Ngeke zola kabrove.
Like, the feud has gone to much bigger and better things that element doesn't really matter anymore, and like he doesn't see these kids as his kids. He doesn't fucking care. I get it.
Yeah.
But as a person who's playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and is very interested in the life of David Solid Snake, what's his name, I very much fucking care.
Yeah, I super agree. And it is just like a weird, like, I could be fine at least with the Skullface stuff being the way it is, because it's like, I get what they're going for with the Skullface stuff too, where it's supposed to be like this kind of a mystery as to what the fuck he's up to, and like a lot of the missions in this game are basically following like a breadcrumb trail to what he is doing. And I like that idea, but I feel like there isn't enough of a mystery.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
The point that I really want cleared up for what's going on with Skullface is what is his job? Who is he working for? Who is he working against? Who is he in charge of? Because like 9 years ago, he was trying to use Paz to get to Major Zero and kill him.
Yeah.
We know that didn't happen because of Metal Gear Solid 4. But like,
Right.
what did happen? Are they cool now? Like, is
Right.
he in Cypher? He seems like he's in Cypher. Is he Cypher? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
That part's pretty up in the air. Like, there's some stuff said, like, basically right, like, in the middle of the mission where we have to go rescue Huey, Ocelot says some stuff about that. It's like, oh, Skullface was, like, Cypher's XO. And like in a separate thing, like just when you're in the helicopter, Ocelot's also saying that like he, you know, used to stay in contact with Major Zero, but he hasn't heard from him in a while, and like Major Zero has just disappeared. And so yeah, at this point, like Zero is like missing. Ocelot doesn't know where he is, and all he can tell is that Cypher is apparently being commanded just by Skullface.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still very
so
up
they
in,
made up, I guess, in the time in between.
yeah,
Maybe?
it's very up in the air at this point of the game as to the status of Cypher and Major Zero and what's going on with them and Skullface. It's when all that stuff eventually does get explained, there are lots of parts of it that I really like. But I like them in a way where it's like, oh, this could have been so fucking good if it was presented differently. But that's for later. So, last episode we saw, because we leveled up our friendship with Quiet, we got a new command that's take aim, which is like, well, she already does that already. What's so cool about that? But what's cool about it, and I did it a little bit ago, is you can look at one enemy and tell her to take aim on that enemy, and she'll stay locked onto that person, and she won't fire until either you get caught, you command her to take a shot, or when you take a shot, so you can line up 2 headshots together and instantly shoot them together.
So that's why those 2 kids passed out at the same time when I was going off on my tangent.
Yeah. It's actually a really useful ability when you got, like, you know, you need to take out guys that are kind of like guarding a place together, and if you shoot one guy on your own, the other guy's immediately going to react to the other dude passing out, and it's hard to get a headshot, so I like that ability. It's pretty cool. And also I'm glad that it is possible to give Quiet a tranquilizer rifle, because otherwise every mission with child soldiers is just like, don't bring her! Don't bring her!
Well, we all know that kids love to pet dogs, so there is a clear right choice.
That's true, yeah. I like how that kid was about to peep quiet. And something that I didn't get a super good look at it. We'll see it again later in a later episode. But if Quiet is like out on a mission with you and it starts raining, sometimes she will stop firing to like drink in the rain through her skin. She just like lifts her head up to the sky and like holds her arms out, and she just takes a big old drink.
Shouldn't all the blood be suffocating her?
Maybe? Wait a minute.
Maybe that's why she has to be really good friends with you.
Yeah.
To risk suffocation.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I caught her a bit too late. But because we're also, again, our friendship has gone up with her a little bit. When she has like cleared out a base for you or taken out all the targets that she can shoot, if you look at her after she does that, she'll give you a thumbs up.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh. This is the kid we need. Sometimes
and he's an experienced botanist.
Yeah. We'll take this dude first because he has a lot to say, like a lot.
Muke pangia General V muke muntua nabo V nde mewaka yo V mufwaka General mu kutililaka yangi yina yasalaka butu mono izingo amuno ya vimba usasaka shansi yina Mwana yangu nusu sana yangu eke kutlafi asungange kutula yangi mumuntu pesaka bana niso pesa ya kunywanisa general akabo tukaka abwala ya kaka na buta mumpi tukaka na buta general kusaka wala mtangu muva ndaka mwana yendi kunisaka beto otindaka mono na kubula masasi tangu okangaka mono nene na meso nima osongaka mono mefu wa mama itata nange patro nange kentangu ya general ya bakala nange indamu una o nokula mono konko lungu buna otatula general yampa pangi ya general ya bakala lungu mosi tata ya bankaka na mono telaka mono mambu general salaka bantu ya buta ya mbele etinkaka mosi beto nyonso ke bampangi atampidina ya ikentango ya kuvutuka diaka ni mave menga ke kilo utamasa kutula mbi nambi ke kilo menga.
The deepest, darkest revenge is black treacle.
All right. Well, he's finally done giving us the story. Vapor Snake. There are some ways to very easily complete this mission. It also helps, like during the day, the kid is just wandering about, like all on his own.
Nice one.
Tackle.
Commander, extract him. Talk.
I haven't gotten any additional translators for Vapor Snake, so he doesn't know like what half the people in the game are saying. Fortunately, we still don't have Fultons for children. So we'll just put him in our car.
The party wagon.
Yeah. So the new thing we got is
Can we bedazzle the party wagon?
No, I wish you could put diamonds on it. So we've seen the stun arm before. I've upgraded it twice, so now it has 3 batteries, which the description doesn't really tell you, but it lets you charge up the stun arm. If you charge
You can also use it as an emulsion blender.
if you charge it all the way up to level 3 and fire it off.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make sure the dog's not afraid of the thunder.
Yeah, the level 3 charge on the stun arm is so good. It has an absurdly huge range, and it will. It has 100% accuracy. Like everyone within the radius of effect of the stun arm will get hit with lightning and pass out.
Amazing.
Like, once you have this, like, it makes it so easy to clear out, like, the tiny little outposts that get you, like, the emblem parts and stuff. Because you can just, like, be on the edge of it and just fire it off, and everyone passes out. I love it.
Now, we don't have to hear about this guy's super downer story to ruin the mood from that a wonderful bit of nonsense.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's saying. I'm just gonna put you in the car and just Fulton the car. See you later. Also, this guy you cannot Fulton because he's a little injured.
Yep, no matter how you slice it, you cannot Fulton
Yeah,
him.
Jeeps don't work either, so you have to take this dude to a helicopter.
Now you just need to extract
Wait, that's like a thing? That wasn't just an accident?
No, yeah, that's like a thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it's like, I mean, yeah, normally, like, we've had some other missions where somebody's been too injured and you gotta take him to the helicopter. But, yeah, I've never shown off that, like, they can't even ride in Jeeps. Or rather, they can't even get Fulton in Jeeps. They're so hurt they can't put the seatbelt on. Also, I'm glad that, like, when these guys are, like, kind of passed out and, like, they're kind of leaning over the side, you can't accidentally clip their heads on trees. That would be awful.
Wait, were you the obstruction on the LZ?
Yeah.
That's just some tortured military speak for, hey boss, get out of the way.
Yeah. It's, when I played this game for the first time, that ended up being kind of confusing, because, like, on the mission, where you have to rescue Huey, and at the end you have to sneak away from Sahelanthropus. Like, the helicopter was sitting there, and I was still using, like, my walker gear to carry Huey around, and he was like, I can't land, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? And it's because, like, my tiny walker gear was still, like, within a foot of its radius for landing, which is... It's kind of big, so, yeah, it was a little frustrating. Also, Quiet looks intimidating.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing, yeah.
Don't look at me when you're covered in blood, please.
A gun the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty intimidating.
Child times 1.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Boom.
All right, Quiet's liking us a little bit more, almost as much as the dog likes us.
Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon, and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.